This podcast is sponsored by the following sponsors. The Real Real. Buy and sell luxury clothing, bags, and more on The Real Real. Get $25 off your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/happy. Shopify, the e-commerce platform I trust for Glossy. Sign up for your $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/happy. Get more when you start your business with Northwest Registered Agent. Your entire business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit northwestregisteredagent.com/earn. Airbnb. Start making money by listing your home on Airbnb with the support of an experienced co-host. Find a co-host at airbnb.com/host. Get Notion mail for free right now at notion.com/earn and try the inbox that thinks like you. That's all lowercase letters. Notion.com/earn to get Notion mail for free right now. When you say that you want to expand, when you say you want the next level, you're going to be given all of the opportunities to do so. Except the problem with the opportunities is that they're going to look a whole lot like hard work, and they're going to look a whole lot like problems to solve. And this is not easy. This is one of the hardest things that you'll ever do. But if you're praying for expansion and you're getting problems, it might be the exact path in order to become the person that you want to be. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Earn You Happy podcast. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. I just got back from a whirlwind. I just spoke at the Aspire tour, which if you have not checked it out, go check it out. It's so fun because you get to see maybe some really big speakers that you have not gotten to see. And at this particular one that I just got back from that I spoke at, it was David Goggins, it was Jesse Itzler, it was Tim Story, Dean Graciosi, Marcus Lemonis, just really incredible humans. And, you know, so many people love going because it is just like a kick in the pants, and they tour from city to city. I also got to speak at the Denver Aspire tour, but this one was extra special for me. So I keynoted at the first one. I did like an opening keynote, and I will tell you, that was challenging for me. I simultaneously loved it while also feeling, very challenged for a couple different reasons. Number one was that I didn't have a 25-minute keynote that I had been doing for the last year or two. I have a 45 to 60-minute keynote. And I don't know if you've heard this before, but sometimes the shorter the talk, the harder it is, because you don't get to give a lot of story. You don't get to give a lot of backstory. And a lot of times you're only teaching on 1 to 2 things to really get a point home. So I was very challenged with that one. I enjoyed it, but it absolutely was something that I took a lot of time to prepare for. And I would definitely say that also the audience was incredible, but they weren't as high energy as I was used to. So from different places that you travel around to, there's also different energies of different locations. And when I got there, they said, this crowd is a little more subdued. It doesn't make them bad. Doesn't make them good. It literally just makes them what they are. And I've noticed that when I did my book tour from city to city, no two crowds were alike. It was completely different. Some people were over the top with their energy, like shouting back answers to me. Others were very, very quiet, very not responsive. But at the end, everybody comes and kind of tells you the same thing, that they loved it, they enjoyed it, all the things. And you're like, wow, it is so different everywhere you go. So now I just got back from the one in Arizona, which, I lived there. There's so many people that I know there. It was so energetic there. And I think a lot of it is because so many people there are used to events and they do a lot of personal development. I don't know. These are just things I'm kind of putting together. And also I got to do a Q&A there with one of the incredible event hosts. And he did such a good job of Q&Aing me that also felt incredible. And on top of that, I got to talk about building Glossy and just really talking about entrepreneurship and working with my husband and being a woman in entrepreneurship. And so it was legitimately exactly right up my alley. Like I couldn't have asked for any better questions. So I felt very in my zone of genius, and it just felt really good. The crowd felt good. It was a really great day. So if you were there, thank you for being there. I had an absolute blast. And then after that, I went straight to something that we call living room sessions. If you haven't heard one, they're on this podcast. They are live recordings that one of my best friends, Lindsay Schwartz, and I, who is the founder of Powerhouse Women that we do together. So we come together and we do a live podcast in front of a live audience, and these women are freaking epic. This is probably I don't know if it's our 7th or 8th one that we've gotten to do. But we do it at the Good Vibe Studio, and that place is absolutely awesome, run by female founders, female entrepreneurs, and we just always get the best crew. I feel like these women are now like some of my, favorite people that I just get to drop in with and chat with. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see all of these, so many similar faces. I feel like we probably have a quarter of the time the same turnout, which is really, really fun. So if I'm ever in Arizona, I hope I get to see you at one. We, advertise it mostly on Lindsay's Powerhouse Women page. I usually share it once or twice. But I got off of a whirlwind of traveling and just got home. And I'm just always so grateful to come back home to the ocean, to somewhere that I'm just really excited that I live right now. And it feels good to be excited about my life and everything that I have going on. So one of the things we talked about at the live podcast recording, Lindsay had mentioned this one, and it was that the minute that you set that big goal and you call what you want your next level to be, and you call it in, right? You're like, this is where I want to go. That is the very moment that you are going to be shown where you are limited, where you're limiting yourself, where your limitations are, where maybe you have been trying to hide. The moment that I said, I want to create Glossy and I want to create a company that changes women's lives, that employs incredible women, a company where I get to hopefully in the future sell it and have my incredible investors involved and be included in that win. Like, that was the moment for me that everything got shown to me, and it's continued to get shown to me over and over and over again. And that's just how the universe works. And it doesn't work in a bad way. That's how it works in your favor. And you might be like, Lori, what the hell? It is so not in your favor to be given obstacle after obstacle the second you set that goal. Like, wouldn't it just be so nice to set that goal and have it? Okay, I really want you to think about that for a minute, because your ultimate goal is, yes, to do the thing, to have the thing, but you're actually seeking a feeling, and you're seeking this self-trust, and you're seeking this self-confidence that can actually only be gained through getting through obstacles and creating new skill sets and becoming a person that feels so self-reliant, so self-confident, who knows that they have the power to get through anything and do anything. And that person that I am talking about can only be created through a number of obstacles over and over and over again every day. And that can only be someone who is capable of handling an amount of pressure that you can't even fathom right now, who is simultaneously capable of finding the joy in the journey and in that everyday little moments while all of the pressure and the problems exist. And if that is not you yet, then even if you got the thing that you want, you wouldn't feel any different. There would still be a void. And I promise you that even if you said, no, Lori, I would absolutely feel different if I had, millions of dollars in my bank account. I've met a lot of people who have millions of dollars in their bank account that if they do not find joy in who they are or in the process, that they still feel lack. They still feel lonely. They still feel depressed. They still feel upset. And yes, maybe they've gained a lot of self-confidence in who they are, but this is about really making sure that you use that journey and that path and those obstacles to make sure that every single day, you know that you're using them to transform into the person that you want to be, but also making sure to find joy in the path along the way. Because every single time you reach a goal, guess what you're going to do? You're going to call in the next level, and you're going to be shown even more where you're limited. And the bigger the things that you start to call in, the bigger you see where your limitations are, and the bigger the things that you need to overcome are. You have to play a bigger game. So If you think of it in terms of an athlete, let's say a football player who they are on the college team, and at that point in their career, they're finally playing a big college game. Maybe they're playing the final, maybe they're playing the Rose Bowl. I believe that's what college teams play. And they're like, oh my God, this is so incredible. While simultaneously, I've never played players who are this good. There's never been this much pressure. There's never been this much media. This is so much to have to handle. Not only think about, how I'm playing and how did I prepare and what runs am I going to play and all the things, but now there's this added level of pressure of all of these eyeballs, and there's so much on the line for these people to go to the next level. And so the bigger that you start to play, the bigger the plays get, and the more pressure you do have to be prepared to expand into. So when you ask for expansion, you are asking for ways in order to expand, meaning you're asking for opportunities to expand. And I don't know any opportunities to expand that are easy. So when you say that you want to expand, when you say you want the next level, you're going to be given all of the opportunities to do so. Except the problem with the opportunities is that they're going to look a whole lot like hard work. And they're going to look a whole lot like problems to solve. And they might even look like a whole lot of people that you have to maybe figure out how to remove from your life. Or it might look like an employee that it looks like you have to get rid of. Or it might look like a friend who's not supporting you anymore, and you have to figure out how you're going to remove yourself from a situation that's no longer good for you. And this is not easy. This is one of the hardest things that you'll ever do. But if you're praying for expansion and you're getting problems, it might be the exact path in order to become the person that you want to be. The hardest part about starting a business is often getting started. Build your business in just 10 clicks in 10 minutes. Starting your business should be simple. Get more when you start your business with Northwest Registered Agent. Your entire business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Northwest Registered Agent has been helping businesses launch and grow for nearly 30 years. If you want to build your business while keeping your personal information secure, Northwest is the partner you need. In just 10 clicks and 10 minutes, they'll form your business, create a custom website, and set up your local presence wherever you need it. Form your business for just $39 plus state fees, backed by real business experts with decades of experience. Protect your identity and keep your home address private by using Northwest's address on your information documents. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and set up your business in just 10 clicks in 10 minutes. Visit northwestregisteredagent.com/earn and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at northwestregisteredagent.com/earn. I'm so excited to share that this podcast is sponsored by The RealReal, the best place to shop authenticated luxury bags, clothing, watches, and so much more. Personally, I love finding unique, elevated pieces that feel like me, and The RealReal is one of my favorite places to discover them. Whether I'm looking for a one-of-a-kind Zimmermann dress or a classic YSL bag, I know I'm getting something super special and I'm getting it at a great value. The RealReal is attainable luxury that upgrades your personal style. With up to 90% off retail, you can finally have the pieces you've been dreaming of from brands like Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and so many others. Unlike other resale sites, everything The RealReal sells is authenticated in person by luxury and fashion experts. The RealReal is the go-to place for your next special piece. Need a dress for a fancy wedding? The perfect vacation sandals? Ready to invest in a new bag to add to your collection? Find exactly what you're looking for that no one else has at The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. With thousands of new arrivals daily, no one does resale like The RealReal. And now get $25 off your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/happy. That's therealreal.com/happy to get your $25 off. Start shopping now at therealreal.com/happy. So you guys, I'm sending you so much love. I hope that this helps you reframe everything that's coming your way, because let me tell you, I think we're all praying for the next level right now in a way that we've never prayed before. And I believe that we're also getting hit with more challenges than we've ever been hit with before in our lives. Everybody is feeling it. And I think it's the biggest opportunity that we've ever been given to really look at how we can become the people who could handle times exactly like this. So I know that I want to see you on the other side of whatever this is that you're feeling right now, whether it is fear or whether it's that you really, really, really are ready to take a leap and understand that these things are all here for us. So I'm sending you so much love. And you guys, as always, I want to make sure that if you have not tried Glossy yet, it's one of the domino habits that I believe in, that as an entrepreneur, as someone with big dreams, you should be taking care of your health. And one of the easiest things, I call it a domino habit, one of the easiest things is to drink your water. Hydration does so much for us every single day, but then make it sexy, guys. Make your water work for you. Put some Glossy in it. You're going to get your probiotic. You're going to get your magnesium. You're going to get hyaluronic acid. You're going to get zinc. You're going to get coconut water powder. You're going to get all of your electrolytes. Truly, go and check it out. Getglossy.com, 25% off, code HAPPY. And most of you don't know that I do subscriber calls on there where you get to literally spend time for 1 hour connecting with the other subscribers and me answering questions and doing a little lesson on there. It's face to face. I call out your name. We do wins. It's not a very big call right now. So if you've ever wanted to get in an amazing group where there's usually only 12 to 30 of us on a call, I'm telling you, this is your time. Get on the subscriber list, get a subscription with Glossy, and come and check it out. It's a super special community and it's growing. And you guys, until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone.